You're with News 5 tonight. Weather conditions got hazy in Singapore this evening, with the 3-hour PSI reading at 8 p.m. hitting 84, the highest for the year. By 9 p.m. it dropped slightly to 76. This was the scene at 5 p.m. when the PSI was at 58, and it has been climbing steadily. The 3-hour readings were in the good range for most of the day, crossing into the moderate range only at around 4 p.m. The National Environment Agency says today's haze can be attributed to hotspots in southern Johor, blown in by the prevailing northeasterly winds. NEA says the haziness should gradually improve overnight. Writing on his Facebook page, Environment and Water Resources Minister Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan says Singapore will contact the Malaysian authorities and offer assistance if needed to fight the fires in South Johor. In Indonesia's Riau province, air quality has plunged to the very unhealthy level. A total of 145 hotspots were found there today due to illegal forest or plantation fires to clear land. 42,500 people have reported respiratory problems this week, and that's triple the number of people who fell ill from the haze for the whole of last month.
Well, the way the haze is measured featured in Parliament today. The House was told that from May, PM 2.5 levels will be incorporated into the Pollutant Standards Index, or PSI. Currently, the National Environment Agency, or NEA, displays PM 2.5 levels separately from the PSI. Health experts and members of the public have welcomed the government's move.
During last year's haze episode, many looked to regular updates of the PSI as a reflection of the air quality. But the levels of fine particulate matter, or PM 2.5, were often overlooked or were the source of much confusion.
Do you know that there's such a thing as a PM 2.5?
No, you don't know.
Oh, I have no idea what that is actually.
In fact, health experts say the PM 2.5 levels are of greater concern when air quality deteriorates.
Air quality basically is reflected in such a way that people are only concerned, how does this air quality affect my health, right? So if the more hazardous element is incorporated in the PSI, then they will be able to see that, the higher the PSI now actually gives a better reflection of the hazard that it has on my health.
NEA says the revised PSI will see more moderate days compared to the good range before.
The ongoing haze is set against a backdrop of a wider global concern, that of a transboundary environmental impact as a result of a few countries. And Dr. Balakrishnan said clearer international rules are needed to address this.
To get the ball rolling, an international advisory panel co-chaired by Professors S. Jayakumar and Tommy Koh will be set up. The panel will advise the government on trends and developments in international law on transboundary pollution, as well as solutions and practical steps Singapore can adopt.
The fact that the situation in Riau or in Sumatra is worse this year than last year is a warning sign. Right now, we are just lucky that the wind directions are not blowing the haze from Sumatra to us. But right now, there are about 86 hotspots in Peninsular Malaysia. So the northeast wind is bringing some of that smoke to Singapore.
Dr. Balakrishnan said beyond a bilateral and multilateral approach, effective enforcement is needed on the ground.